It's just a fanfiction, a story written by me, a writer. This has nothing to do with mentioned ideal BTS members, real life event, behavior or characteristics. Pics, sound, videos which are used in this video are not mine. Credit goes to rightful owners. But the editing and the storyline is mine. Do not copy it. The characters of this story would be flawed, grey, especially main leads, so do not take them as ideal persons. The story might be dark for some readers. Read at your own risk. Standing in front of the mirror of her room, Vine took a deep breath. Her heart was racing too much fast today. She had finally taken a decision. She's choosing her love Taehyung. She's choosing him over everything. She's choosing to leave her child with him if anything happens to her. She took a last deep breath and laid it outside of her brother's room. She didn't take her report and minimal plans. She didn't take her phone. She was going to the place her lover would be waiting for her to come. Vian opened her hazy eyes and looked around. She blinked few times to clear her blurry vision. First, she didn't understand where she was. Everything around her was black. Where am I? Then she felt her hands were tied to the chair in which she was sitting. Panic rushed through her veins. Her first instinct was to shout for help, but she soon realized her mouth was tied up. Her fear became more prominent. What am I gonna do now? And did something bad happen to him? No. Her eyes became glossy, imagining the possibilities. There wasn't any car chasing behind them. She was thirsty that time. He noticed that and gave her water to drink. Then who dared to keep you in dark, Dulce? Her thoughts got interrupted after hearing the voice, while all the lights got turned on. Her eyes widened, seeing the person standing in front of her with a white smirk plastered on his face. Miss me, Dulce? He said while coming closer to her. I expected your vocal response, honey. Oh, my bad. Your mouth is tied up. But don't worry, love. Your lover is here to help you. He then ripped off the tape from her mouth, whereas she took a deep breath. Your reward for trusting your enemy? He let out a small laugh. Pranking is not good for my health. She couldn't even finish her words as he pulled out his and pressed it against her throat. This is no prank, Dose. This is as simple as straight line. You came to me thinking I'm gonna protect you because I am your lover. But reality is far, far away from what you thought. It's true that today our lives' new chapter will start, but alas, you won't be seeing tomorrow's sunrise. It took a while for her to realize the meaning of his words, which first sounded alien to her ears. Disbelief and hurt was clear on her face as she stared at his face, which was decorated with an evil smirk. How can you point at me? For God's sake, I am pregnant with your child. She waited for him to answer, but instead she heard his laugh, a laugh so evil she shivered badly. He lifted his from her throat and placed her palm against her cheeks. He then said while caressing her cheeks, her heart filled with hope. It's so funny to see you being delusional, or should I say blind in love. Oh, I can't be a comedian just narrating your delusional behavior. And he crushed her hope mercilessly again. You still don't understand, right? Everything was planned. Vayan, everything. From meeting you, learning our family background. Trying to stay away from you, then again approaching you, attending your important events, telling my future plans with you. Everything. Everything was me pretending to be a good boyfriend. And you know what was pretentious too? Me asking you to carry my child. She looked at him while heavily breathing, too scared to hear his next words. Let me tell you a teeny tiny little secret. He moved his lips near to her ears and whispered, You are not pregnant, Vayan. You are not expecting. What rubbish are you? He moved away from her ears and stood up facing her. Truth always seems to be rubbish, love. He told her while a mocking smile was plastered on his lips. I always secretly gave you morning after pills. No. The doctors told me this. My family, all was my setup. All. It didn't occur to your mind, right? How everything happening so fast? Like now we are discussing this and next boom, you're expecting? You are lying. Obviously I was. I lied to you for 5 long years. But not now. Everything I am saying is sheer truth. It was a long, hectic 5 years. Pleasing you was a task. He made a disgusted face whereas she struggled to get out of from the captive of ropes. Why? Why did you lie about such sensitive topic, Taehyung? Why to wait 5 years to pacify me when you had so many opportunities before? Why did you do this much drama? Because this way I can give more emotional damage to men's. I can give a taste of betrayal to the men's by their beloved men Vayan. They will not just mourn of your life but also the shame you brought to the family by trusting and aiming me over them. Oh, it would be satisfying to see defeated look on Mr. Min, Yoongi, even your so-called bodyguard Ethan. He let out a sadistic laugh whereas she stopped struggling. Tears pulled in her eyes, thinking about her family. Oh, Dulce, don't cry. You want to know a happy news, honey? 5 years ago, I asked my father to let me be free from this world. Instead of granting my wish, he gave me a last mission to complete before he would free me. Also, buy me top place to build my restaurant as a reward. The mission was to destroy Min family's peace by targeting the weak meanwhile. She said in a low tone while he smiled and clapped once. Bingo, you got it. After all, you are a math graduate. He then pointed his towards her heart. Thanks, Dulce, for being ladder for me to climb onto my dream. I appreciate your help. He said, looking deep into her eyes, and finally pulled the trigger.